great to hear. And you guys are part of our Wednesday night student ministry and early career class called Solution. And tell us a little bit about what you like about Solution. We have our own student sanctuary, and we have live worship and ministry, and we do a lot of exciting things. Tell us a little bit about what you like about Solution on Wednesday night.
The atmosphere is wonderful.
I agree.
It's a lot like Sundays, but it's a couple levels down. The praise and worship isn't as intense. It's more intimate.
Right.
And
that's a good word.
It makes you can fully feel in an intimate way the presence of God and just His love and just everything in this room. Yeah. Everyone's surrounded by it, and it's nice because it's just us young kids or young adults back here, and we have a chance to kind of set ourselves free from how we maybe would act in the sanctuary with parents or other spectators or other people in the sanctuary.
Right.
So the atmosphere is wonderful, and the leadership back here is also very. It was a well thought out process putting this class together.
It is, and just really soft and mellow, and you just really feel a peaceful, like warming presence of God in here. That's what I love most about it. It's just so warming, and after starting your week off, and if it's a little rough, you can just come in here and you just feel God's love just surround you. It's amazing.
But yeah, just I count it a huge honor and a privilege to be able to come back here and at times minister to my age group, the high school and college age kids, and it's a great honor. But I think that back here, everyone is able to kind of open up. One of our themes is refuel, coming midweek refuel.
Right.
And I think that it's a great setting, laid back. The lights are dim. Come in, you feel the presence of God.
Right.
And we have several outstanding ministers, and every single week, it never fails. There's a great word that's brought, and it's such they relate so well to our age group.
Yeah.
And it's something great to be a part of, and then I'm just honored to be able to do that myself at times, and I love doing it. It's exciting.
It is. It is exciting.
We are the freedom generation, singing of mercy.
And
Yes.
And it has been remarkable in just a few months what God has done with you. There's many different ministries that we can be a part of, but you have begun something called Silent Cries. And I want you to tell us a little bit about Silent Cries, and just as much as you want to tell us here in just a few moments about what's going on.
Okay. Silent Cries is a grassroots effort that I began on my own in advocating for sexually abused children. It stemmed from a case I volunteered to help on a family that had a child that was sexually abused. Since that time, I started doing more investigating into the various entities in the state that the state has in place for advocating for children, and I saw a need there and a lapse. And so what I started, my first call to action, so to speak, is to enact a law called Aaron's Law, where children in school systems are empowered and educated on how to stop, prevent, and report child sexual abuse.
Wow, that's
great.
great.
And my thinking is getting this law passed first before I do anything else will give me a platform to do other things. And to be honest, Brother Mike, it's a God thing, and God just opened so many doors for me, and things I can't explain. Even most recently, we've secured sponsorship on our bill, and it looks like it's going to pass through legislation along.
Before we go, back at Christmas time, you guys worked with Sister Lauren Glass in her project that she's doing. Tell us a little bit about Lauren's project and then what you guys did back in December. I think that's great. I want to talk about that for just a second.
Sister Lauren has beds for kids. She gives beds to kids who cannot afford to have beds. And we were able to raise some money. We did some projects. We did some bake sales and how much was it that we made? Probably
It was 1,500, I think.
Wow,
That's a
$1,500.
rounded number.
And that was just like in 2
that
weeks.
was in 2 weeks.
2
Yeah, and
weeks.
it's $125 to provide a bed for a kid. So I think you guys went on one a little bit before Christmas, and then we actually, a few of us went on Christmas Day.
That's
And
awesome.
it was what was awesome about it was to be able to take time away from ourselves and the presents that we were getting in our family and what we're used to,
Right.
and being able to give to someone that was really, really in need.
Wow.
And just be able to see their faces light up to get a bed for Christmas. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't think about that's like needing that.
Right.
We don't ever think about things like that because we go home,
It's a
we have our
bed.
bed.
It's a
we
bed,
go,
yeah.
we have a bad day, we go home, we get in our bed.
Right.
But to be able to see them get so excited to be able to have their own bed to sleep in was just unreal.
That
It was
is amazing. And what better way to celebrate the birth of Jesus than to be like
Yes.
God? Because for God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son, and you guys were out being unselfish and being like Jesus and giving things away. And I think that's awesome.